Hey everybody, welcome to day 410 of Reseller Reflections, a day in the life of full-time reseller supporting her family. It is Wednesday, July 23rd, 2025, and I'm back in my space, and it was all reset to zero before I just pulled all this auction haul in that I'm going to show you guys because have been in the car all day and I am totally wiped out. But I thought, you know what, just do it. Just show them the auction haul. So that is what I am going to do. I have over 150 items right now that I need to go ahead and ship out. Thank goodness most of them, I think probably about 60 of them are local pickup, so they don't require shipping. But there's a whole lot of stuff. So I was anxious to get home and just get a little jump on that tonight because I'm pushing the Poshmark sales like to the last day I could ship them. I think I have 3 that really need to go out tonight. So that's what I'm going to do. But I got to keep my energy up. Hopefully showing you guys this auction haul gets me kind of pumped. So this was the auction at in North Carolina, in Charlotte, that my son and I went to over the weekend. It was really cool, very different. I'm going to show you the items I got. I spent a total of $60, including all the buyer's fee, buyer's premium, and things like that. So I'll show you what I got. I bought a lot of these lots as kind of junk lots because there was like 1 or 2 things I was interested in, or I wasn't sure if there was like a gem in there. A lot of them I paid like $1 for the whole lot. So probably going to be pitching or recycling a lot of it, but here we go. All right, so I gave Avery my auction number and we swapped places. So he was inside. I told him any like bins of dolls that come up under $2, go ahead, grab those. So got this little basket and it's got, I'm not even sure what in it. You know, hopefully there's at least one little gem in here. But until I look them up, I'm not that familiar. I think these are the Wizard of Oz, Madame Alexander dolls that McDonald's did. There's a couple of these from the Wizard. Oh, there's actually quite a few of these. All right, the rest is filled with clothespins. And oh, sorry, I'm going to be, as I grab these things, I'm going to be popping on and off camera. I'm going to do my best. All right, Wizard of Oz, this little wooden ornament. Kind of love her. Yeah, pretty cool. All right, basket number 1 of dolls. I haven't looked through these. He snagged these. I have no idea what's in here because there just wasn't enough time to look through everything and decide. So we have some traditional, some Native American, vintage. Yeah. Oh, this might be decent. Little rubber-faced dwarf doll. There we go. Little Snow White. Actually, funny enough, I just sold. There's 2 of these in the box. I just sold one just exactly like it while I was away. I got to ship it out. Little bunny, and oh, this is cool. There were actually bins and there were some composite dolls in the bins, some antique composite dolls. I was hoping that he would be able to get those, but when I came back, he said they went pretty high, higher than most of the stuff was going. So he didn't want to spend the money on it. So there you go. This is kind of cool. I think this might be some kind of composite. This is definitely an older doll. Kind of cool. So I'll hold out hope for that one. And then we have a little porcelain clown here. Molly, this is for you. I know how you love clowns. Yeah. All right. And we have another box. Again, I think I spent a total of $4 on all of these. So hopefully, well, I know I'll make at least that back. I know there's at least a couple. We do have a vintage strawberry shortcake. She has not retained her scent like my strawberry shortcake dolls did. Annie. These people love these little, I don't even know what they're called. I think we'll call them like a little Cupid doll. vintage signed angel brooch. That little one, a little wedding doll, actually 2 little wedding dolls. There you go. Just a random assortment of stuff and even more in here. Oh, a little Garfield toy. He's in a bag. You know, Garfield, I think Garfield is still pretty hot. A lot of collectors out there. All right, let's see. All right, I'm just going to show you guys this real quick. This is, all right, so you guys laugh at me, but I have just a penchant for plastic fruit, crystal fruit, any kind of fake fruit. It is totally kitschy. I'm going to lot it up in groups and sell it. I like, it's one of those things, like, here's the things I love that are easy sales are miniatures, because I just really enjoy doing them, and plastic, like kitschy vintage fruit. I don't know. Anyway, the whole bin of that for $1. So that was good. This came with what I'm going to show you guys. I got I never get books, but it came with another lot. It is all Raggedy Ann vintage books. There is one in here I think is kind of cool. It's this one. This little vintage one I think is super sweet. But a lot of those I'll probably end up donating to the library. I don't really like to get into books a whole lot. But it did come with something else. All right. I have more fruit in here. I won't show you guys that. And I got this vintage crocheted baby dress that I'm absolutely enamored with. Isn't that pretty? Look at that. So sweet. I love it. Look at the little hanger it's on. Very sweet. And then just a box of kitschy, like the crystal ornaments, vintage, like little beaded ornaments. I always do well with those. Some little stained glass pieces in here as well. This box of trinkets actually came with the dress and the fruit, so it was pretty much free. Let's see. I don't know. Maybe there's like one real goodie hidden in here. I really don't know. Beat it. I'm looking. That's sweet. Little tchotchkes. Not my favorite things, but again, I will donate, recycle, whatever I don't feel like listing or I don't think has the value. But a lot of this stuff you just don't know, and it surprises you when you look it up. It's not the thing that you think has the value that does. Then we have a little Avon cologne bottle. Some of those are collectible. Most of them are not. Little kitty cat. Still has the cologne in it. I am not going to smell it, even though it is tempting. It will probably give me a headache. Okay. Oh, these all came out of the box, but I'll put them back together. Anyway, to complete the cookie press sets. You remember these? I mean, I still make these every year. And I think my old one broke or I left it at my old house. So I'm going to keep one of these. I got 2 of them. It's the Miro cookie pastry press. And we make the press cookies. We have a traditional family recipe that we do. And I actually don't like the taste of them, but a lot of my family does. And they're super cute. And plus you can decorate the Christmas trees with sprinkles and the kids always enjoy that. So that's what we're going to do. All right. Now I got, hang tight here because this is heavy. Giant, I don't think I can lift it. Hold on. I'm going to try. All right. 2 of these giant bags. There's probably 100 Raggedy Ann, Madeline, Raggedy Andy dolls in here, all assorted, all different styles, some handmade, some The collectible ones. And the reason I did this, like they're probably about 100 of them, all different. All right, so I don't know if you even remember this, but I bought at the auction here, my local auction, 6 big U-Haul boxes of Raggedy Ann, Raggedy Andy. There were some Honey and Me dolls in there, and I got them for like less than 10 cents a doll. Well, I cleaned up on those dolls. I only have a handful left. They all sold. Not some of them not for a lot. Some of them for the Honey and Me ones. Some of those sold for, gosh, I don't know, like $70-ish a piece. The Raggedy Ann, most of the Raggedy Annie's like between 19 and 24 a piece. However, so I just couldn't resist these. There was the Supernatural guy, I think it was Dan Hutchins, passed away last week suddenly, and he was the owner of the Annabelle doll, which looks just like Raggedy Ann. So I woke up one day last week, and the remainder of my Raggedy Ann doll, I had 2 left, and they sold overnight, which I thought was weird. And then I come to find out it's because this Annabelle doll that was used like as the basis for The Conjuring was the film The Conjuring, was his, and people wanted it. I don't know if they're using it for memorials, things like that. So I saw these and I thought, oh, if I could get those up right away. They do have a little bit higher of a collectible value right now, and if not, they sold before that happened as well. So I think that'll be good. They're super cute and fun to photograph too. So it's always great to have things that you don't mind listing, photographing, selling. And then the Madeline dolls, I have never sold a Madeline doll other than like the little posable ones. These are like the rag doll versions, all different sizes, all different styles, in another bag as big as what I just showed you. So we'll see how that goes. And oh, wait, I still have 2 more bins. Okay, so this I thought was super cool. Oh, look, here's Madeline right here. Bookends. Bookends are always great if you pick those up. People are always in search of bookends. They always seem to sell really well. That came with a lot. I didn't buy them intentionally, but this, I don't know. She's dated on the back. And she squeaks. Okay, there you have it. Is this Donny Osmond? I feel like this might be Donny, but I don't know. But I will let you know. The World's Fair ashtray or candy dish. Yeah, I think it's a candy dish. Liberty Bell. Again, this just came in a box lot with trinkets. But this here is one thing I did buy intentionally. I bought this lot because it had this. It's glass light fixture. 1986 Bugs Bunny light fixture. It needs to be cleaned up, but I'm thinking there's probably some decent collectible value on that baby. A bank with some coins in it. This is the first I've seen this, so. Some magnets. Some just random notebooks that I'll probably use around here. Smile, Jesus Loves You. Is it a blank notepad? Oh, no. Do you ever feel like nobody really cares? Little religious booklets. All right, I didn't expect that to be in there. A rain bonnet. All right, surprisingly, these vintage rain bonnets, they sell because they have been hard to find for women that use them to go get their shampoo and set done weekly. They can be hard to find. So they generally sell pretty well, not for a lot, but people are looking for them. All right, so this is kind of cool. This is a cedar box with the Bible in it. Kind of a cool story from the auction. So we do quite a bit of, sell quite a few Bibles here. And I honestly never thought twice about it. I'm kind of curious of the date on this. All right, so it's not that old. It's 1950s. 1950s Bible. There's a little inscription on it, but you know, a lot of times the older Bibles are cool because families recorded all the births and deaths in the front of them, but this one's not that old and it doesn't have that. But anyway, so at the auction, and I've bought Bibles before at auction, they would not sell the Bible. They would only sell the box. They're like, we're only auctioning off the box. We do not believe it's right. It's the difference between the North and the South auctions, all right? They would not sell the Bible. They were like, you are only bidding on that. I don't feel right about selling a Bible. And so I bought the Bible and the cedar box it was in. So I thought that was definitely different. They sell Bibles all the time at the auction up here in Pennsylvania, and nobody has ever mentioned that they felt funny selling a Bible, but there you have it. I figure it's always kind of cool. I like selling the Bibles because, especially if it does have like family history or an inscription or something like that in it, because if that person is out there looking for something from one of their relatives, how are they going to find it if you don't sell it or you don't put it out there on eBay? And a lot of times people are looking for, you know, family things or putting together a history. And all right, look at that little elephant, little brass elephant. He's kind of cute. All right, almost done. Almost done. I'm crowding myself in here. Little wooden car wash for cars, little toy. Melissa and Doug. So not old, but cute. All right, all the furniture fell out of this, but it's the little Playmobil, you know, house that snaps together. It has the handle. You can carry it around. Had all the furniture in it. You guys know how I feel about miniatures. I'm assuming it's the right furniture. It seems like it is, but it's all in here. Just, I'm not going to show it to you. And most of these items will be listed on consignment.com. The link is in the show notes at the bottom if you are interested in any of these items and don't want to reach out, but you can check the website. You can check our eBay store, whatever works for you. And then I bought a junk lot because, well, for a couple of reasons. There's a ton of scissors in there. But anyway, cute little Peanuts mug. But this is why I bought it. Pack of pencils. Again, this might have been like 50 cents for the whole box. There are some like collectible pencils, some advertising, vintage pencils. But a lot of these vintage pencils, especially if they are in the box, are highly sought after. I have no idea if these particular ones are, but I took the risk because I figured I could donate what I'm not. There's guaranteed to be at least one cool thing in here, and it's fun to go through. Phew. All right, that is the auction haul. Thanks for hanging with me and seeing all the hopefully treasures I brought home. And I'm going to see if Avery, when he's here, if he will show you his auction haul, because he bought totally different items than I did. All right, have a wonderful night, and I will see you on day 411 of Reseller Reflections. Night, night.